Most of us dream at some time or other of fishing the most exclusive waters in the world, myself included, and in coarse fishing terms this is it, quite literally it.
It Monsters Lake, otherwise known as IT Monsters Lake, a purpose-built big fish facility designed and constructed by local Thai businessman and fish enthusiast Mr. It.
Hi, we're at IT Lake Monsters today, which is a 5-acre lake located an hour-and-a-half drive from the city of Bangkok. The special thing about this lake, as opposed to any other lake in Thailand, is it's got a wonderful mix of Thai and Amazon predatory fish. Arapaima up to over 100 pounds, red-tailed catfish to 60 pounds, got alligator gar, pacu, snakehead, tiger catfish, all kinds of different species, over 30 species in total.
And adjacent to it, work was currently underway on a second lake to be stocked with huge carp species, which might help explain some of the background noise. Exclusive here also means expensive, but as everyone keeps telling me, you only get what you pay for in this life, so let's see if the hefty price tag is actually worth the money. As Eddie has already explained, all the fish in this lake are predators, so you either fish with artificial lures or use small tilapia rigged dead or alive. Understandably, live baiting is the most consistent approach. The small tilapia were provided in such large numbers that we were even able to loose feed with them to draw and hold the bigger predators in our swim. Fly fishing can also account for some truly amazing fish, particularly if you loose feed tilapia in the vicinity of the fly. It would appear that the Amazonian red-tailed catfish is the dominant species here. No surprises then that it should be the first, the second and the third fish to put in ashore. Catfish generally have a reputation for their strength and their pulling power, but this particular species also has pace. They think nothing of ripping dozens of yards of line from the spool, especially when you show them the landing net.
Well, we're into the first fish. Apparently the lake's stocked with a mix of Amazonian and indigenous Thai predators. And there's probably, I don't know, 30 more species in here. So really we don't know just exactly what's on the end till you get it in. I'm obviously hoping it's going to be an arapaima, but oh God, we're going to lose this. It's going right into that little canal at the side. We go under the bridge. He's here at the side now. I've just seen a red tail come out of the water, so maybe that's a sign. Yeah, as I was saying, I was hoping it was going to be an arapaima, but it looks like one of the red-tailed catfish. Another red tail by the looks of it. Well, that's a nice start to the day. We've been here 5 minutes. 2 Amazonian red tails.
Mid-morning, we went through a spell of long, screaming, seemingly unmissable runs which, no matter how we timed the strike, repeatedly came to nothing. These were alligator garfish. The shape of their mouth and the way they grab a bait and run makes it almost a foregone conclusion that many more will be missed than are hooked up.
Alligator gar. Yeah. At last, alligator garfish that stayed on.
Given enough shots, one should eventually result in a solid strike, which was something I was particularly pleased with, as this was one of the species on my most wanted list. Topping that list, and probably the list of just about every other person fishing IT Monsters Lake, was the legendary and the elusive Amazonian arapaima. Argued in some quarters to be the biggest true freshwater fish species in the world, just to catch one of any size or even simply to see one would be something of an achievement. So far as landing one myself on the day went, the arapaima unfortunately managed to elude me. But not only did I get to see one in the flesh, I also got to film one too, and this is it. Arguably, the fish that coarse anglers worldwide would most love to catch.
Isn't that beautiful?
So, was it worth the money? And does IT Monsters Lake live up to all the hype? Well, look at it this way. If you wanted to catch all the same species where they naturally occurred, it would take forever and would cost the earth. So on that basis alone, it was worth every penny. I finished up with Amazonian red-tailed catfish, Asian red-tailed catfish, tiger catfish, pacu, which is a giant fruit-eating piranha, giant snakehead, alligator gar, and probably the weirdest freshwater fish I've ever seen, the giant featherback.
Bizarre looking thing.
If you measure value in terms of adrenaline and anticipation, then as I said in my opening remarks, this is it. Quite literally, it.